Hello everyone and welcome back to Tuesday. So today guys, we're going to do something that I don't think I've ever really done on this channel. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about a topic that interests me. And that topic is lucid dreaming. So a little bit of backstory on me guys before we get into the topic. I graduated from university in April 2015. I graduated with a degree in behavioral neuroscience. When I went to university at first, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I've always liked psychology and things. I've never taken a course on it or anything like that. But yeah, when I went to university in my first year, I had to just basically take a bunch of like general courses. You don't need to do anything too crazy in your first year because you have to kind of apply to get into a faculty and things like that. So I took the courses I needed to take, and I also took psychology and whatever else. I don't even know now. Point is, I took Psychology 1000. I really enjoyed it. The prof was super awesome. And before the year was over, he had basically convinced me to do a degree in psychology. I was going to do psychology at first, but I decided after to do behavioral neuroscience. It's pretty much the same thing. It's psychology with a few different courses, a little bit more science-based. The reason I took psychology, the reason I did a degree in behavioral neuroscience is just because it's so freaking fascinating how complicated humans are, like our brains. We basically know nothing about what's going on inside our own heads. And that's just kind of mind-blowing. Like we know so much about, how the body works and things like that, but when it comes to the brain, we don't even know where to start because there's so much going on in there, and there's theories for all these different things, but in general, we're pretty clueless when it comes to the brain. So it's just really cool to learn about how human nature works and things like that, and to try and figure it out. And one of the things that's always fascinated me is dreaming, because when you dream, you basically enter a different world. You go to sleep, and all of a sudden you're in a world that your brain has created by itself. And scientists don't even really know why we dream. There's a bunch of different theories and things. I'm not going to get into it too much, but excuse me. I went for a run this morning, and I'm pretty much dead now. For some reason, it pretty much killed my voice, so I'm sitting here trying to make a video while not dying at the same time, and I've gotten hiccups like 3 times today, so trying to prevent that from happening as well. So yeah, scientists don't really know why we dream, guys. There's a bunch of theories out there. One of the really popular theories is called activation synthesis, which basically says that at night while we're sleeping, lots of crazy signals are going on in our brains. It's trying to rest, trying to recuperate, all that good stuff. And basically, our brain is trying to pick sense of that. So the brain is like, well, what the hell is all these signals happening here? What the hell's going on, man? And it's like, I guess we're awake, right? That must mean we're awake if all these signals are coming through and I'm seeing shit and hearing shit. So yeah, you dream. That happens during REM sleep at night, which is rapid eye movement. You may not know all the different stages of sleep. There's stage 1, 2, 3, yada, yada, yada. Basically, when you go into REM sleep, which happens over like cycles throughout the night, that's when you dream. That's when there's the most brain activity going on, I believe. I could be wrong. In the REM period, breathing becomes more rapid, irregular, and shallow. Eyes jerk rapidly, and limb muscles are temporarily paralyzed. Brain waves during this stage increase to levels experienced when a person is awake. So, yes, when you are dreaming, your brain is basically in an awake stage, but you're still asleep. And for the most part, when you dream, you think things are real. It's really weird. Like, I've had dreams where the most crazy shit has happened, which makes absolutely no sense. You wake up, you're like, how the hell did I even think that this was real? But, I mean, I guess your brain is just really good at just assuming that everything is cool. The brain's like, yeah, it's fine. This is totally real. But if you train yourself properly, you can actually make your brain realize that it's dreaming. And most people have done this at some point in their life. It's something that kind of happens randomly if you don't try and practice it. You could be in a dream, and then eventually, at some point in your life, you'll be dreaming and you'll say, hey, wait a minute, this kind of feels like a dream. And sometimes people will try and like pinch themselves, like, ow, it hurts, damn it, I mustn't be dreaming because it hurts. And then they go back to, being in the dream and not being conscious that they're dreaming again. But lucid dreaming, guys, is when you're in a dream and you are conscious that you're dreaming. Now, you don't necessarily need to be able to control the dream. That's something else entirely, basically. But yeah, if you know that you're dreaming when you're in a dream, if that's happened at some point in your life, you have lucid dreamed before. Now, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you guys, when you think about dreaming and controlling your dreams and things like that, you probably think about the movie Inception. But Inception is sci-fi, and you need to understand that. Like, this whole, like, levels of a dream where you're in a dream, and then if you dream while you're in a dream, you go into a deeper level where time passes by even slower. That's all crap. that's not real. But time does actually pass by slower when you're in a dream. They've done tests and things like that. Like, I'm not the kind of person who likes, just going off like hocus pocus kind of stuff. I like to get actual scientific facts and things like that. And scientifically, they have shown that when you're in a dream, time passes by slower. I'm not exactly sure how much, but it's not like years and years go by in a dream and you finally wake up. Even though you will see stories of people who say that they were in a, in a coma for like a week and months and months and months went by and things like that. But yeah, we're not going to talk about things like that because I don't really know that much about it. But what I do know is that Inception is a very much a sci-fi movie. You can't connect yourself into a box and go into a dream. You can't connect yourself with other people and do shared dreaming. I mean, that would be super freaking cool. If you could do shared dreaming, that would be amazing. Because then, not only could you be in a dream with yourself, doing whatever the hell you want, but you could be in a dream with someone else. All of a sudden, it's like a 2-player video game, man. But I don't know if that could ever happen. I don't know what the technology will advance like in the next, 100 years. But it's possible, I suppose, if they find out how the brain works enough, they could possibly make some sort of virtual reality system that basically controls your brain and puts you into some sort of dream state. Though I feel like that'd be kind of scary. So yeah, when it comes to lucid dreaming, guys, it just means that you're having a normal dream, except you know that you're dreaming. So you can possibly control it. Usually you can, because you can be like, well, I mean, now that I'm in a dream, I know that I'm dreaming. I'm not going to do, say, math homework. I'm going to go do something else instead that's actually fun, because I can do what the hell I want, because I'm dreaming. Now, the thing is, you might say, okay, that's fine and dandy, dreams, being able to control your dreams, knowing that you're dreaming, that's all cool stuff. But Matt, I don't actually dream. Crap, the hiccups. The hiccups are back. I thought I got rid of them. No. But here's the thing, you do dream, but your brain has pretty much convinced itself that it's not important. I've been through, months at a time where I've hardly had any dreams, and I've also been through periods where I've been able to remember my dreams every single night. It's all about how much effort you put into it. If you start a dream journal and you write down your dreams every single day, you're gonna have really good dream recall because you're pretty much convincing your brain that what you're doing is important. Your brain's gonna say, okay, well, I am writing this down. I'm taking it out of my mind and I'm actually putting it on paper. Therefore, it must be kind of important. Maybe I'll remember some more dreams. So after a while, if you keep writing down your dreams every night, you should get pretty good at dream recall, at least in my experiences. I can't really, talk about in general. That is usually the way it works in general, but everybody is different. So I'm only going to really talk about my own experiences here. And in my experience, if you take the time to write down your dreams and you think about it a lot and you really devote time to that, then you will start remembering your dreams a lot more. So I hope that pretty much covers the basics on dreaming itself, guys. As I said, I'm not really an expert on it, so I just want to take a second to say that again, because I feel like I just ramble whenever I try and explain things, and I feel like I miss a lot of really important points that I want to make. So yeah, I hope that pretty much covers the basics of it. And now I'm just going to talk about what you can do if you actually want to try and lucid dream. If you start a dream journal, you're well on your way there. You might even end up having a few lucid dreams here and there because of the fact that you're thinking about it. Even if you just write down, I did not have a lucid dream last night. If you even do that, it can usually increase your chances of having a lucid dream the next night because of the fact that you're thinking about it. If your brain thinks about it, you're more likely to have your brain think about it while you're in a dream as well. And that kind of is a good segue into the next point, which is reality checks. That's one of the best ways if you want to become lucid, if you want to have a lucid dream. I apologize if this sounds really like science fiction-y or kind of like weird, but I mean, there's a lot of science around it. It's not like a crazy unknown topic. A lot of people know about this, and it's a well-researched field. I just feel like I come off kind of crazy when I talk about it. Anyway, yeah, reality checks. I don't recommend, I should probably say this, I don't recommend you, try and lucid dream if you're the kind of person who has trouble distinguishing between what's real and what's not, because obviously that's kind of what you do when you're dreaming. You're going into an alternate world. So if you have any kind of like personality disorders or anything like that, this is not the kind of thing you want to do. But for anyone else who wants to give it a try, all you gotta do is do some reality checks. Some of the ones that I've used that have worked really well are looking at my hands. If you look at your hands in a dream, you probably won't have 5 fingers. I've looked at my hand before and had like 8, 10 fingers on one hand. It's really weird, but it's really exciting because as soon as you see that, you're like, yes, I must be dreaming because I'm pretty sure in real life I don't have this many fingers. Another good one is to flick a light switch on and off, just check and see if the light switch works. And you have to do all these things in real life, okay? So, you have to kind of remind yourself every now and then, or use an app on your phone, something like that. Remind yourself that you need to do reality checks. Or you can take something that happens during the day a lot, and you possibly something that happens during a dream as well. And whenever it happens, say, oh, this is a good time to do a reality check. Am I dreaming right now? No, I'm not. And it seems silly to ask yourself if you're dreaming in real life. Like, obviously you're not dreaming. You can tell right here. But then think about the times you've been in a dream where weird things have happened and you haven't known that you're dreaming. That's why you need to be able to do these checks. Another 2 reality checks that I think are really good, guys, are looking at clocks and looking at writing. Because when you look at clocks and you look away and look back at them again, time usually changes. I've seen analog clocks just going around and around and around like this for no reason. So I've known then, like, oh, okay, I must be dreaming. Great. And yeah, when you're reading things on paper, they usually either don't make sense or the words keep changing, doing weird things. If you just pay attention really carefully when you're in a dream, you can usually tell that things aren't really what they seem. But if you have a really good idea of what is and isn't, a good indication of whether or not you're in a dream, then you can usually, become lucid pretty easily. I didn't say this yet, but the technique that you use when you're doing, reality checks and such is called mnemonic-induced lucid dreaming. And it's basically just where you, train yourself to understand. So when you're in a dream, you can notice that you're dreaming. So it's reality checks is one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is tell yourself before you go to bed at night that you're going to have a lucid dream. Like, just say, okay, well, yep, I'm gonna go to bed tonight and I'm gonna have a lucid dream, and it's totally gonna happen because I thought about it. And honestly, it works pretty well. And the other thing, there's 2 other things. I'm not gonna talk about the last one because it's like visualization, and I've never really used it. I just looked it up just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. Turns out I do, which is good. The other one is dream recall, which I already talked about. If you recall your dreams every day and you tell yourself you're gonna have a lucid dream and you do reality checks, there's a really good chance that one night while you're having a dream, you're all of a sudden gonna say, hang on a second, am I dreaming? Better look at my hands. Hot damn, I'm in a dream. Let's go screw around and do whatever the hell we want because it's not real life. So that's pretty much it when it comes to lucid dreaming, guys. There is one more technique. I'm just gonna explain it really quick. It's called wake-induced lucid dreaming. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. But basically what you do is you lie down and you deeply relax yourself and you pretty much trick your body into thinking it's asleep. So once your brain thinks you're asleep, it's like, okay, well, time to shut everything down, and it actually puts you in sleep paralysis. So it's not really a great thing to do if you're scared of sleep paralysis. I mean, sleep paralysis is, it is kind of scary. I've had it once or twice, and if you don't know what's going on, it can be kind of terrifying. But basically, it's just, you're just frozen. You can't move, and when you're in your bed, you're pretty much in a dream. People see the old hag, like, sitting on them. It's just basically your brain trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why the hell am I, like, unable to move right now? Oh, there must be a person on top of me. That makes sense, and that's what your brain sees. But all you got to do is either just close your eyes if they're open, go back to sleep, just ignore it and go back to sleep, or change your breathing, because the one thing that you can always control is your breathing. Even if you can't move your arms and legs, it's a different system in your body that actually controls your breathing and your heart rate and things like that. So you can control your breathing on your own. And, obviously, if you don't control your own breathing, your body breathes for you. So obviously it has to be something that can always be done. So if you just control your breathing, breathe a little bit erratically, you'll probably wake up. That's all I'm going to say about it, because it's not a technique that I know a whole lot about. But sleep paralysis is definitely something that a lot of people have concerns about. They're like, I don't want the old hag to sit on me. That sounds like a terrible time. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I want to know what you guys think of this video, because it is something I've never done before. But, it's my channel. And I like to do things that I'm interested in now and then. Obviously, I play games I'm interested in and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nice to sit down and just talk about something that you're passionate about. And up until recently, I haven't really been passionate about lucid dreaming. I used to be, but I'm trying to get back into it again. No better way to get back into it than to tell other people about it, okay? So if you've had experiences, you can tell me about them. And also, I'd really like to get the subreddit going. I know a lot of people don't really use Reddit, but the thing is, Reddit is a really great place for discussion. The system for comments is way better. Think about if the YouTube comments were about voting, actual voting, so that people could see the good comments and not just the spam. If that was the case, you basically have Reddit. So if you want to go to my subreddit and we can discuss this on the subreddit, you can do that. It's really easy to create an account as well. All you have to do to create an account on it is just to enter your username and a password. That's it. You don't even need to put in an email, I'm pretty sure. So it's super easy. It's not tied to you in any way. You just go log in and you can have a chat with me. And since it's a lot smaller, it's much easier for me to get to each person that's actually on the subreddit. So if that's something you want, if you want more interaction with me, go to the subreddit. There's a link down below in the description. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.